Hey guys, this is Melissa Zad for Into Boxing, and I am delighted to be joined by Bosch, man himself, Mr. Tommy Fletcher. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you, Melissa. How are you?
I'm not too bad. We're here just before the weigh-in. It's all about to kick off on the scales, or perhaps it won't kick off on the scales.
I hope it does. It'll be a bit lively then, wouldn't it? But it's going to kick off tomorrow.
Yes, I mean, it's definitely going to kick off tomorrow, but yes, it would be nice if something were to happen on the scales just to liven things up. You told me just before this interview that you're feeling a little bit hungry. Why don't you expand?
I was just starving. There's a man here from German Doner Kebab who's like trying to do some promo stuff, and I thought, I really fancy a German Doner Kebab now. If you put that in my head, it's not good just before a weigh-in, is it? Meant to be all professional. But Doner Kebab, you can't say no, can you?
You definitely can't. I mean, one pro boxer told me that once you're a pro boxer, you can't be seen in public eating or drinking. How do you feel about that?
Fine. Doesn't bother me. Listen, I when I'm in camp, everything becomes more regimented. You eat healthily. I've got a great team of people around me. I eat very clean. But on a Saturday night, I'm a heavyweight. I need to have a treat. You need to treat yourself, otherwise you go insane. For 8 weeks of camp, you need to have one treat. So on a Saturday night, I will eat a Chinese and I will enjoy it because I've earned it through that hard week of training. And then I think, I've had my treat, back into regiment. It's not going to kill you.
Do you know what? You said it perfectly. It's a mental thing as much as it is anything else.
Definitely.
So let's talk a little bit about the show that we've got on Saturday. Who are you interested in seeing?
Well, my stablemate, Tommy Fletcher, the Norfolk Nightmare, is fighting first and foremost. I've seen him in the gym, sparring. He has got unbelievable Deontay Wilder style power. And I'm not just saying that. He's probably the most powerful pound-for-pound puncher I've ever seen in my experience. So expect an exciting performance from him. He's gelled really well with Mark Tibbs, and even if he don't get a knockout, I can't see anything else than a knockout, but he's got a good boxing brain as well and a boxing IQ, so I'm looking forward to that. And of course my friend, who I've known for a long time, Joe Joyce, is fighting on the top of the bill, and I'm ready to see him do the business as well, because he's looking at big things this year coming up.
So obviously, the fight that everyone really wanted to see was Joe Joyce versus Joseph Parker.
Yeah.
That's not happened. So what do you make of Christian Hammer?
Christian Hammer's, he's fought everyone. He's been at the top level. Who did he beat? He beat David Price, didn't he? He knocked him out, I think, I believe. So it's not an easy one. You think, he's taking Christian Hammer, it's like an interim fight. It is an interim fight, but he's still a heavyweight. He's been in there with some top level opponents, and it could be a potential banana skin. So I hope Joe switched on, which I have no doubt he will be, because it's still going to be a difficult challenge. So still going to bring the heat.
It's interesting you say an interim fight, because obviously Joyce is coming off of an injury. He had a problem with his wrist. He's coming off of that. Perhaps actually it's a good segue fight to Joseph Parker. Yeah. Talking of injuries, all boxers are very familiar with how detrimental that can be. How is your wrist doing?
My hand, I broke my metacarpal bone.
Hand, yeah.
I broke that over the course of different training camps, really. Just repetitive injury, sort of just on the hard pads, not wrapping your hands to the extent where you should. And you just ignore it and you ignore it and you ignore it and you think, it'll be all right. And then it was okay. In the fight I had in October, I could feel it, but it wasn't too bad. I had someone who wrapped my hands very well, Sheldon, obviously very experienced. And then I thought it'd be all right for the next fight. Obviously, was a bit naive in that, and then it was an inescapable sort of feeling in my hands. So what I had to do, I had to be sensible and take a few months off. It hasn't been 6 months, it hasn't been a year, it's been 3 months just resting your hand. Now it's in a very good place. So the benefit of being young is that your body can heal nice and quickly. So I'm in a good spot, and feeling good now.
God, make me jealous. How young are you?
I'm 23 years old. I know I look about 33 because I look really old, but no, you're still young as well. How old are you?
Go on, guess.
Can I tell you? I wouldn't say, I'd say 27, 28.
Guys, I want you to know that the Romford Bull is my new best friend.
No, it's truthful. What? Are you going to tell the age? Are you allowed to say it on the camera?
Yeah, so I'm 32.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See? That wasn't me being nice either. That's just genuinely what I thought. 27, 28.
Like I said, new bestie.
Can't moan at that.
So obviously, Mark Tibbs stable, things are really popping over there at the moment. There's so much going on. We've seen Ebony's back, back permanently, back for good. Yeah. Obviously, there was someone else Mark was training recently. Who's that?
Elle Brooke. Yeah, she's thrown herself into the mix. And listen, I can't knock what she's doing. She's training as hard as anyone else. She's improved endless amounts. And who knows what she could do. She does well this fight, has a few more fights. Why can't she go and chase her dream and be a professional boxer if she wants to do that? Listen, why not? She's putting the work in. anybody can do anything if they put the work in. When I was an amateur, I'm obviously still, look, I'm not a world champion, I'm not an unbelievably talented boxer, I'm not one of the best in the world, but if you told me 2-3 years ago that I'd be a professional boxer, it was a long way off. So why can't you do it if you put the work in?
100% agree with that. You know, I obviously am a bit older, but still trying to do my thing in the boxing industry, so I definitely support that. 100%. How has it been having, like, you know, obviously Elbrook, Ebony Bridges, like very different kind of rhythm to join your boxing stable? How has that been?
Yeah, as long as, listen, the way I see it, you're all a team, you're all training together, but boxing's still an individual sport. So whatever happens, whoever you're training with, whatever happens, you've got to focus on your job. And it's great to have camaraderie in the gym, it does help, but whether I'm training with a world champion or Elbrook doesn't bother me, because I know what my job's got to do, and I've got Mark Tibbs, Sonny Cannon, Jimmy Tibbs, and they tell me what to do. So that's all my job is. My job there is to train to win fights, and that's all I've got to do. But it's great having these people in the gym because it's their personalities, it's life experiences as well. So that's another added bonus of being in that gym.
Lovely. I love the way that you put that. Very eloquent. So what's next for you now that your hand has healed up? When can we expect to see you back out there?
I'm fighting on the 6th of August in Sheffield, so a little away day for the Bull Army up north. Still done a good amount of tickets. I reckon we'll still get close to 1,000 tickets. But the thing is, people on holiday. We are festival where we live on the same day. It's up north, so it's not going to be like the 3,000 people we'd expect if we was doing it down south, but we still get 1,000 people join. Here he comes. Bash. Why have you got 5 Kung Po prawns?
Listen, we're going up.
Alright, I'll see you in a second. But yeah, it's going to be good. A little away day. People have been asking, a lot of the northern supporters, they wanted to come, so it's a good little away day for the Romford Bull Army.
We're really looking forward to seeing you back out. Congratulations on a healed hand, and all the best for the rest of the year.
Thank you very much, Melissa.
Bash.